Hello YouTube, I am back with another video. Today we will be making candy apples. I have all my ingredients right here, and the first thing we're going to need is our apples, which you should use the green Granny Smith apples, but I have these and I'm only using these to make a video, and they're just 4 little small ones. I have a half a cup of corn syrup, half a cup of water, 2 cups of sugar, and 1 bottle of white icing coloring. And I use this one because it gives it flavor. And I bought it by accident one time, but my aunt loves it and she always called me and asked me to make her some, so this is what I've been using. And I also have 4 sticks for the apples. And let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is turn the eye up. You want it on like medium heat. So I'm going to put mine on about 5. You're going to take your 2 cups of sugar, pour it in the pot. Half a cup of water. And your light corn syrup. And you just want to stir. You want to make sure you mix everything up completely. And one other thing that I forgot to mention that you need, which I don't have it here with me, is a candy thermometer. And you want to put your candy thermometer on the side of it, but make sure it's not touching the bottom. And this recipe, you're going to want it to, with your candy thermometer, you want this to boil until about 300 degrees. So, and that takes about a few minutes. Alright, so while that's doing that, I'm going to leave the Okay, and you guys, you also need a silicone mat. And during this, while my mixture is boiling, I'm going to stick my sticks inside of my apples. You want to kind of push them like halfway inside. And try to make sure you get it right the first time. And make sure your apples are completely dry. I like to do my apples upside down. This one I did the wrong way, but they stand up better when you do them upside down, in my opinion. So you look, if I sit it this way, it's a little lopsided, but oh, actually this one looks better, but so we're gonna do this one. And try to make sure when you stick you stick it so that way your stick won't be lopsided. Okay. Now I'm just going to sit that there and wait for the mixture to be ready. Occasionally you want to stir just to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. And you'll know when the mixture, if you don't have your thermometer, you'll know when the mixture is ready by the way it starts crackling. You'll see the difference once it's ready. Now it's starting to crackle. It's still not the crackle that I want. So, but now I'm going to mix my coloring in. I'm going to put about 3 drops in. That's more than 3 drops, but hey, I don't measure. I just pour it in. And if you're not happy with the color, you can always add more later. It's still not quite ready yet, but do you see the difference in the crackle and how it was boiling? It's a lot slower and it's getting thicker. Yeah. Okay, now look at it. It's a big difference with the crackle. Remember, I'm just measuring this out by my eyesight because I don't have my candy thermometer. But you see how slow it's crackling down and how thick it's becoming? I did put a couple more drops of the white food coloring in it. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And what you want to do is remove it from the heat so that all the bubbles, you see all the bubbles in there? If you leave those like that in there, it will, you'll have a lot of bubbles in on your apples. So you want to let that simmer down before you're ready to dip your apples. So I'm going to sit it over here for a second. You see, all the bubbles are pretty much gone. You don't want to let your mixture sit too long because it will start drying up on you fast. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring this a little closer so you can make sure I'm in the frame. Okay, so you want to take your candy, your apple, dip it in and swirl it. Make sure it's dipped in here so it's getting in every little crack of it. See, and I did pretty good. Hey, for me, for once, I don't really see any bubbles. And if you want it a little thicker, you can dip it again, which I normally do. I normally dip mine twice, especially the white ones. And normally, after you finish the first one, you'll know how good your mixture is because it doesn't take long. Oh, that was hot. I just wanted to taste it. Okay, now I'm gonna start the next one. I'm gonna go around a couple of times. And you also want to be careful how you stick your apples in there when you stick it. See, I just threw my apple in there. Now I have a bubble at the top, and I caused that bubble when I stuck my apple in there fast. Oh, it just popped. But oh, it's still there. I'm just going to keep on going. And make sure and try not to stick your apples to the side of the pot. Especially once it starts drying up, it will stick to the side. Trust me, I know. Been there and done it. Yeah, this mixture look like I could have made about 60 of these little candy apples. But I'm not going to because they probably will go to waste. I'm just making them just for the video. Probably take them to my mom or something. She's been asking me to make her some. I want to dip this again. Hey, this stick is not in here good. Alright guys, there you have it. Your white candy covered apples. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.